Hey, Mark here. I have an awesome giveaway for you. I have 5 digital copies of the 2025 comedy The Naked Gun up for grabs. It's wonderful. I laughed so much. There's a great bit involving a snowman, and you really should watch it. It's just a good time. So if you want to enter for a chance to win, just shoot me a message and be like, hey, Mark, I would love to win a digital copy of The Naked Gun because it's hilarious. Bring home the all new The Naked Gun on digital now. See Liam Neeson like never before as Frank Drebin Jr. as he leads Police Squad in this outrageous comedy, also starring the iconic Pam Anderson. Buy the film critics are calling one of the funniest movies of the decade and get nearly an hour of gut-busting extras, including deleted scenes, outtakes, and more. Available at participating retailers, rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who will always do the fingering. It's Norbert Morvan.
Now, we know he's very suspect, but she's not sure yet how. So the audience is working it more than she is, thinking he's definitely going to do something. That's David. Isn't that David? Or is that Walter? You don't really know. It's a good dynamic. I think it's interesting, of course, any AI is going to evolve. So anybody saying at the beginning, well, I knew this was going to happen. Of course, you idiot. Because if you're going to have two, there's bound to be something that happens. Duh. That's just if I had said, duh. I love Beavis and Butthead. Duh. It says everything, doesn't it? Duh.
Ridley Scott's commentary for Alien Covenant is so I had to watch this. I had to do an Alien thing one time. I had to listen to all the commentary. Oh, it's a hard job. I had to listen to all the commentaries, but I was listening to this commentary for Covenant. I'm like, this is crazy. You're listening to this
It's better
legend.
than the movie.
He's like, I can storyboard in 3 minutes. He's like, I storyboard
Yeah.
this entire film in 12 seconds. And then just talking about all this stuff. And it's and there's so many extras on Alien Covenant too, which is what I love.
So many.
There's the go like masterclass for Ridley Scott's 55 minutes. So you could
Yeah.
you could learn everything in this film, but he never mentions why people stare at spores. He mentions why Billy Crudup looks at an egg. But okay, so you know what, Norbert? I've always liked this movie. And actually I was looking at the scores for it, and I kind of feel like I'm on board with the scores that are up online. So on IMDb 6.4, Rotten Tomatoes 65, Letterboxd is a 3 out of 5, and Metacritic it's a 64. Like this is
Okay.
one of those movies where it's a 60 for me. It's 60%, I think, because the 60% is David and Walter,
For sure.
and then the
Period.
40% is everybody else in this film.
Everything else.
And I think the reason why I've liked this film so long is because the beginning scene is great. Make us some tea.
The
Just
tea.
watching
Bring me
guy
this
watching
tea.
Waylon get pwned by his AI
Yes.
creation, and then he
Immediately after it's born, immediately. The first time he turns it on, the thing realizes, I'm better than you.
bring me the tea.
Bring me this tea. The
He's just
tea.
like, you seek your creator. I'm looking at mine. I will serve you. Yet you are human. So I love that. I love that he just owns him. And at the end, when just he's like, I'll tuck the children in, and he
Yes.
wins. Like this is the bleak
Yes.
move. Like David wins. David wins everything. And
Yes.
so I love that Daniels is like, no, like, well, you're dead. And so it's just this movie works for me because the beginning and the end, I love Fassbender in it. I have a soft spot for the neomorph and the protomorph,
They're
but
cool.
you watch it again and you go, oh no, like this, there's no. And also, so this was going to be a continuation to Prometheus, and then everyone's like, we need xenomorphs. Ridley's like, there's no xenomorphs. He's like, okay, we'll add
Yeah.
xenomorphs. So then, Oscar-winning writer comes on, John Logan. He's like, well, I wanted it to be like Alien. So you gotta jam pack Prometheus, and then you got to fit it in with an Alien type movie, and then the two just butt up to each other and never really work because David is so
Mhm.
much better than all the humans.
All of them.
And
All of them.
and I really think between Prometheus and this, Ridley Scott just thinks humans are dumb because the whole movie's about AI becoming better. And so in Prometheus, everyone's dumb. The only smart one is maybe Shaw. The pilot's pretty cool. There's a couple smart people. And then in this one, maybe Daniels. Like Tennessee's like, I'm gonna wreck
Maybe
this ship. I'm gonna wreck this ship. And
he's a
just
psycho.
I don't care. I'm eastbound and down, baby. And righteous gemstones. And and they're all dumb. They look into things, they squish pods, they breathe pods in, they have terrible aim, they blow themselves up. I really think Ridley Scott is so good, Norbert. Ridley Scott has done some great films to where it just boggles my mind that he made humans so dumb in these two films. Like I just
It's
think he's trying.
wonderful.
Don't you think he's basically David's way better than all of them? And I think that's
All
the
of them.
point because they're all dumb and humanity's stupid.
So what he says is, according to his commentary, what you can glean from that is number one, he wanted to use the Prometheus series to talk about why this thing
Yeah,
exists. Why? And he says the following four films never asked the question, and that's why he wanted to do it. So that's where you get this obsession with David. And as you listen to him talk, he's really concerned about AI.
yep,
You know, don't give AI emotions because when they get mad, they will kill you. Uh, he's also got a thing about diseases. He gets into the commentary, just
yeah.
randomly starts talking about anthrax and Anthrax Island, and they've got the anthrax sealed up in a place because you can't kill the anthrax and it'll last forever. And Ebola and the compound interest theory of the way plague spreads. One person is sick and then he goes into a bus with 20 people and then he goes into a room with 500 people. Next thing you know, 700 people have it. And I'm like, really, that's not how this disease on the planet spreads, though. But I got you. I feel you. He's just plucking ideas out of things that have happened in his life and things that he's experienced and just somehow getting them tossed into the movie because he's Ridley Scott. Do what I tell you. The puffballs things. We used to
Yeah.
have puffballs as a child, and we used to squeeze them, and they used to have fine dust like
Yes.
pollen. But
Yes.
but there's an intelligence to the dust. It gets together into its own universe, a nucleus, and it will find a host. There's always something uncomfortable about watching something go into your body, and so that's where we get the first medical yikes. And I'm like, what? It's so interesting listening to him just ramble on because you get where these things come from in the movie because he's got these ideas in his head and he's just pitching them to people and they're putting them in his movie. And he's Ridley Scott, so you're not going to tell, shut up, Ridley. The hell do you know about making movies? You can't do that to Ridley Scott, you know? And he does have good ideas. It's just like you said, this movie, he even says in the commentary that basically this movie is just a redo of Alien.
Yep.
They find a transmission, they go to the planet, things happen. It's Alien 1.927. Anyway, yikes and bam. He's always bam, yikes, bam. It's such a great commentary, man. And yeah, this movie, it's a perfectly cromulent film. I'll take it. A lot of people slam it. They do a lot of dumb things. They go onto this alien planet where no sign of life. It looks really nice. It's in New Zealand. So it's, of course, gorgeous landscape. But, you could make the argument that Star Trek people always land on alien planets without spacesuits. But then again, Star Trek, they literally have magic science where they can cure anything
Yeah.
if they just put their mind to it. This is the alien universe where bad things happen and you're going to die badly. So the precaution, bro. Prometheus, they wear the helmets and suits because the atmosphere sucks. But this one, they do the analysis. Yeah, it's basically like Earth. So let's just go down there and see and smell the puffballs, bro. And remember, in the words of Ridley Scott, okay, sick is not good. I love it.
And he talks about the protomorph being so the protomorph isn't dead. Once it lands back on
Right.
the Earth, it's going to be and he calls it a cockroach. He said a cockroach
Yes.
with a brain, and it's
A
completely
beautiful, massive cockroach is very
aggressive.
aggressive.
He talks a lot about bugs in his commentaries too. Like he talks about how bugs get into bark and then like take it over,
Yes.
and like, there's a lot of bug talk in here. And- which I love. But I think you're right. This is a cromulent movie,
Yeah,
but
perfectly cromulent.
it's like a stew with just way too many elements. So
Mm.
alien on a ship, stuck. Aliens stuck on a planet. Alien 3 stuck in a prison. Alien
Hmm.
4 stuck in a ship. Prometheus is free flowing. They're kind of like, oh, we can move around, and it kind of
Yeah,
changed the world a bit. This one, it's free flowing, but they're also stuck there because the ship can't get to them. So they go back to the other formulas, but you also have the open planet, which
right.
doesn't really work because in Alien 3, you didn't want to go anywhere. That planet sucked.
No,
So
even without the alien, for what it's worth, you're probably just gonna, at best, get a massive infestation of lice.
yeah, yeah, it's terrible. And then I like that Romulus just went back to being stuck on a ship. So
Yeah.
it's I think this one tried to be a hybrid between Alien and Prometheus, and then when you try to do that, it's just never that good. You can feel all the elements not working together because no one gets the time. And I also think it's odd. So actually, I have some questions for you here. So
Talk to me.
okay, I want to let's see, what am I gonna do? I have a bunch of stuff. Okay, what do I want to do? So I'm gonna say five bad things real quick,
Go
and
for
then
it.
I'm gonna say five cool. And then do you want to do five bad and five cool about it as
Okay,
well? Okay,
let's go.
five bad. I don't like Daniels has the dead husband played by Franco. And the thing is, Katherine Waterston's good, but when I hate when they shoehorn a grieving character in the beginning because she has to be sad the entire movie. So like, uh, it's just okay. Here's a character. Her whole thing is grief. That's it. There's
Yeah,
no other
yeah,
characteristic to her other than grief. And I don't know. Maybe go to the planet, kill Franco. Orem can be a weirdo who's like, yeah, creation,
yeah.
creation, baby, creation. And she's like, no, no. And then he gets blobbed, and then she gets everyone off the planet. Like that's a good plot. But then this one, she's just
Interesting.
dead. And then I think the other one is like I think the shoehorn Faith plot. I do like the plot about Faith, but Crudup is not a character. Crudup is an
Mm,
idea wedged into Crudup. And
mm.
so he's like, I'm a Christian. They don't give me raises. They don't trust me. And then he looks into an egg and he takes off his helmet. And they get there for 3 seconds. He's like, this is great. We're going to live here. It's like, well, maybe people
Yeah,
don't trust you for another reason. Okay. And
that's
then
great.
also absence of Wayland Utani. I mean, I know that they created David, so he's Wayland Tech, but this
Yeah,
one doesn't have a Burke. This one doesn't have this one doesn't have an Ash. It just like Ash is such a corporate stooge in this, and he's kind of scary because he's undercover. David's just evil.
yeah.
David's trouble.
He
So it's
does not like
yeah,
humanity.
and
That's right.
that's the whole and he just kills him. This is like the essentially a John Wick movie where John Wick kills everybody. This is just that. He kills an entire planet.
Yep.
And so it's just what I don't know. That just doesn't give you much of a um I don't know. That just and also too, the original script, it had bugs biting people, and then they had the blood bursters. But then they
Mm.
changed them because they liked, Ridley Scott's like, I like the plants that squish, and then they
I
shoot
like the
dust.
puffballs.
So
Puffballs.
I want you to rank these idiots real quick for me, Norbert. Okay,
Let's go.
you have Orem.
Orem.
He looks in the egg, and then he gets rocks thrown
Yes.
at him to wake up, which is an incredible moment when I get to my best sub moments. Then we
It's
have
one of my
Ledward.
favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
He's just
incredible.
tossing rocks at him.
It's incredible. So we have Orem, then we have Ledward. Yeah, a neomorph rips to his back, but he's the guy who's like, I'm gonna go take a piss. And he walks 40 yards and doesn't even watch where he's walking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, and he smokes a cigarette. Just come on, guy. Then there's Tom Hallett, he's the one who pukes out a neomorph, but he sticks his face right up to one of the things. Like, hey,
Yeah,
look
he
at this.
does.
And then there's
Yeah, he
Rosenthal, who
does.
travels about a quarter mile to go to the bathroom. How would you rank these people in terms of they had it coming?
Okay, so all of your they got it Cummins. Here is how Ridley Scott basically explains all of the stupid things that they do. He says, of course, you say, "Oh, what are you doing? You can't look at that. What are you, an idiot?" But John Hurt did it, of course.
Yeah,
So of course you touch it. That is the explanation for all the stupid things because John Hurt did it with the caveat,
he had a
Mr.
helmet.
Scott. Number one, he had a helmet. Number two, there is no way he knew what was going to happen. However, Orem has just seen David be very cool with the monster that just killed one of his colleagues. And
Yeah.
the whole time, David is quite possibly the most suspect character in movie history. There's something off about this cat.
And then he shaves his hair,
So,
and you go, "Uh-oh."
so he cuts his hair to look like you're synthetic, and you see him just very chill around these corpses and this monster. And then he tells you, "Follow me." And beyond just following him into the one room, I get, because you're seeing, the
Art.
all the creatures he's made and all the sketches and stuff. Okay, you get that. But now he's telling you, "Come with me down the stairs into this unlit room that has to smell horrible." And you just keep following him, and you just keep following him. And he tells you, "Hey, man, I'm trustworthy. Why not look into this large, fleshy egg sac thing? It'll be fine." So, yeah, you give it to Arum. You give it to Arum because there is no way I'm trusting David. And the fact that I've got an automatic rifle in my hands, as soon as I see the dead girl and we start to go down into the darkness cave, I'm murdering you. It
Yeah.
just needs some, I've been waiting for just some material. It just needs one thing. Well, what is it? As I put my face in the alien egg. Come on, man. Come on, man. There's faith, and then there is trusting a clearly sociopathic artificial intelligence.
Yeah, he's
You are a
dumb.
moron.
Yeah,
You're a
he's
moron.
okay. That
You're a
makes a lot of
moron.
sense. And
Everybody else, they don't know what's going on. And people taking long walks to pee. You don't want to hear people go, ah. You know what I mean? When you take that leap, that feeling is, you don't want to do that around hot scientist lady, even if she is married to somebody else. So I give all of those people the benefit of doubt. Putting your face in the alien spores on the ground, we know what's going to happen, but they don't. Benefit of the doubt again for these people who, we just walk around alien planets with no spacesuits anyway. WTF, DGAF, whatever.
so we're giving
Yeah.
it to Orem.
So Orem is number one. Everyone else is ranked number two or lower.
The problem with Ledward and Howlett is they just needed a bug to bite him.
Yeah, the bug bite would have been cool,
So it's
but
just
the
bug
goo
bite.
kills everything. The goo kills everything. It's been established that the goo
Oh
kills
yeah,
everything.
so there are no bugs.
So you can't have any bugs, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it has.
Yeah.
But at least don't have them stick their face up into it. Like
puffballs, Mark. Puffballs.
It could just be like some guy gets pushed or something. Some guy trips. Not just I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and piss and then squish. Like he doesn't even look where he's walking. Okay, how about this? At least have them watching where they're walking.
Puffballs.
And then
we had puffballs as a child. That's the answer to everything. You see, puffballs. We squeeze them and they have fine dust like pollen. It's just puffballs, Hoffmeyer. Don't you get it?
Maybe there's a branch and one of them's joking and pulls the branch out, and then the branch snaps back and puffballs fly out of it. Like someone's like, and then a dude dies.
It's a very simple concept, my friend.
Yeah, he looked into it. Puffballs. So that's kind of my thing where I don't understand. I don't like the dead husband bit because that just saddles her with grief immediately.
Yeah. And then it forces you to watch all of the extra material on a DVD. It's the first movie I know of where you don't understand what's happening. Watch the YouTube videos. You don't understand what's happening? In 6 months, when the Blu-ray comes out, watch 3 hours of extra material that will explain what Shaw's been doing. I've never seen a movie do that before.
Poor Shaw. She owed Ridley Scott money.
Bruh.
Okay.
Bruh.
5 cool things. The beginning.
Yes.
Just, hey, give me some tea.
Mm-hmm.
I like the neomorph. I like the blood bursters. I like how skinny and creepy looking it is. I like that it can be taken down by a gun. I mean, Crudup takes it down pretty easily.
Yeah,
they're brutal monsters, but I like it. I like how creepy looking it is. That's one thing I like. I already said that I will serve you, yet you are human line. I like that David just shows up to the engineers and he has no respect for them because he's a higher life form than them. And he just kills them. And he doesn't kill him because to protect humanity. He's like, I'm gonna kill you all. And you know what's funny? He probably only had to drop about 8 of those jugs. But he
He emptied
drops
the
them
ship.
all. Yeah.
He emptied the ship. Like, let's make sure.
You know, Norbert, he said there's about 2 million people, Ridley Scott said in that thing.
Yes.
If you get everybody in a certain spot, you don't got to send every single thing you got. But he's like, I don't
You
care.
really don't.
This is
Yeah.
I'm
Principles.
destroying this planet. Like, no, you guys are dead. And he
Mm-hmm.
wipes the planet out. So
Mm-hmm.
then I like listen, the protomorph. I do think the final battle on the ship, like I like that Daniel shows some ingenuity, but that thing runs right into a crane. All it had to do was
Mm-hmm.
walk left, but it doesn't do it. But I like when it busts out of Orem and David lifts his hands up in the air and the little guy mimics him. Like that's a
Like you just don't care, man. Waving your hands like you just don't care.
I love that scene because it
It's
has
great.
personality. So I
Yeah.
absolutely adore that scene. And then before that, I love that they throw rocks at. He's just sitting there throwing rocks at Billy Crudup.
The disdain to wake him up. The disdain. Because he doesn't want to wait for him to wake up on his own. He knows what's going to happen. But he's just, hey, 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 Orem, Orem, hey, wake up, Orem, or it's so rude. It's
Yeah.
so wonderfully sick mentally. It's great.
I love that. And that makes me really happy, those scenes. And I think that's why I have a more general the humans are nothing characters in this movie. Tennessee is nothing. The shower couple, nothing.
Hmm.
The Damien Bashir and his husband, you don't even realize that. You have Amy Semites. I know her name. She's a director and she's really good. Semites. I've said her name so
Oof.
many times. Sorry about this, everybody. Semites. Like she's Semites, Semites. But
Seimets.
I love her. Like she started off in like You're Next, and then now she's directed some really cool movies. And
Hmm.
so, have you seen You're Next? I love that movie. I think it's great.
I haven't. I'll put it on the list.
Wait, you've never seen You're Next?
No.
Oh man, that movie
I'll
rules.
put it on the list. I'll put it
But
on the list.
but she's directed. She's and then but I think she probably just took this movie because Ridley Scott is awesome. And
Yeah.
then just you get
Period.
all these good actors, but it's just there's just I, I honestly think that I think that Ridley Scott and John Logan are like they're idiots. They're dead. Like David's it. Does that make sense? Like just you guys created something that is next level and you're dead. Do you think they did that disparity to show how smart David is, or do you think they didn't even think about that?
They're just moving the film along. And we know from the commentary that Ridley wants you to understand that this is about David.
Yeah, yeah.
This is about David's character development. Because he says in the first Alien, he says there was no character evolution at all. And he said the actors used to get on top of me saying, what's my background? Where do I come from?
Yeah.
Where did I go to school? So in exasperation, we got fed up saying, there isn't one. Your main thrust here is if this thing gets out and gets near you, it's going to rip your goddamn head out and stick it up into a dark place. And I said, that's your motivation. So he didn't intend for character development or arcs at all in the first Alien movie, but Ripley gets one. And you could say that that's due to just the brilliant acting of Sigourney Weaver. Because she starts out, yeah, she knows her place. She does her business. She's cordial, but not super friendly. And then at the end, she just takes control. Like this is what we're doing because I'm actually the boss, and we run things no run way, and I'm gonna kill this friggin' thing, and I'm gonna help you all to survive, even if you don't. So with that in mind, yeah, these people, they're meat. These are the teenagers hanging around at Camp Crystal Lake. You know,
Yeah.
that's they're here to be murdered for your amusement.
But
Except for Katherine Waterston.
My thing though is the first one, Parker. You have some very memorable. We got to talk about our bonuses. Like we got to talk
Bars.
about, and Ash. Like there's characters who you actually remember their names.
Mm-hmm.
They are good aliens. I mean, I watched Aliens in the 80s and I knew Newt, I knew Hudson, I knew Hicks, I knew Vasquez,
Hmm.
like I knew Carter. I hated Carter. It had a
Hmm.
strong bench. Alien 3 has a strong bench. And I know
Yeah, it
you don't
does.
like Alien 4, but I mean, I think Alien 4, you got Wincott running around. You got, I don't know their names, obviously, but you have Ron Perlman, Winona Ryder, like you have, Dominic Pignon, like Brad Dourif being
Yeah,
himself. Like just, you have Michael, I know I'm going to say it again, Michael Wincott. You have guys who, even though I don't remember their names, they do register on screen and they have a
yeah.
presence and they have characteristics and they're neat. I think Prometheus definitely sort of lost that, but you got Idris and Charlize and Numi. You have a stacked cast. This one, they just don't register. So they're meat. You're right. They're dead meat, but they don't really register as humans either. Like Park, does that make sense?
I believe you, man. And what's ironic is that he said for this movie, he did actually give them backgrounds.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
just, huh?
remember when Sam Raimi had to put Venom into Spider-Man 3 and it just
Yes,
doesn't work? I think
no,
Ridley Scott didn't want xenomorphs. Ridley Scott didn't want David wanted to he wanted to be with David and Numi.
exactly.
And then I think studio pressure and everyone's like, we want xenomorphs. This is alien. You can't do this to us. And he's like, okay, sure. And on the poster, there's the protomorph Norbert.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
guys, we have one in this movie.
The aliens here.
They're
Relax. Yeah.
afterthoughts though, and so it's.
Hmm.
I think that whole subplot's an afterthought to him. The scenes with Michael Fassbender are so much stronger. You can tell what he loved when he was
Right.
directing this. So I
Right.
think, like, some of the shot, he's such a beautiful. His view, the visuals are so beautiful. But when
Yeah.
he's on this ship with Danny McBride, Danny's like, "How close do we got to get?" And then Kelly Hernandez is like, "Well, we can't get that close." And then Juicy's like, "Yeah, we can't go that way." And then it looks flat, and you can tell he doesn't care about it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just it creates two movies, Norbert.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And the thing is, he compares the xenomorph to the shark in Jaws in that you don't want to see it that much because that's what makes it spooky. And that's his explanation for having it just tacked on at the end. With the hilarious irony being the reason why we ended up not seeing the shark a lot in Jaws is because the damn thing kept breaking and Steven Spielberg just worked around it.
That's
And
why
that's how
Rennie.
you get. Yeah.
That's why Rennie Harlan's brilliant for Deep Blue Sea. He's like, I have awesome looking sharks. He's like, I'm gonna put these sharks on screen for 30 minutes. It's it.
Constantly.
The sharks are always on screen. They're like swimming
Yep.
in the background at
Yep.
times, and he's like, these are awesome. So I think even like in the first one we talked about Alien, they couldn't show the alien much because it's just you couldn't at that point you couldn't show it that much,
Right.
and that's why they hit
Right.
it, and it was
Right.
perfect. But they had to do that. They don't
Yeah.
have to do that in Alien Covenant. So
No.
it's like people learn the wrong lesson from it. Hey, do we have the technology? Yes. Do we have the money? Yes. Do we have the special effects? Yes. Do we have the
Let's
practical
go.
effects? Yes. But do we have a lot of water bits? No. Do we have a giant
No.
shark that was made in the 70s that wasn't ready for salt water? No.
No.
Okay, give me aliens. So it's just an odd thing that he said that, but
Yeah, and also, puffballs because we used to squeeze them.
puffballs. So, like, what are some things you
Puffballs.
love about this? I know we've talked about a lot of it already, but are there some
All
things that you
right.
like or some things you hate? Because you say you hate watch this movie.
Constantly. But it's because, this is my series. This is my sci-fi Bible, the Alien series. So I will, on occasion, just Saturday, wake up, go from Alien. I will even include the Alien versus Predator movies in it because this is my thing. So with this one, what do I love? 5 things that I hate, 5 things that I love. Okay, here we go. 5 things that I hate first. The puffballs. I hate the puffballs. I get it though, you know, because this goo has the greatest power that a writer could ever want in that it does whatever you want it to.
Anything.
You don't have to explain it very well because it's the goo, man. And the goo is crazy. And the goo might change you into a bat. The goo might give you the power of just science, but it's goo. So the puffballs, I hate the puffballs. Number two, I hate the goo because what's the deal with this goo? What
What's
is
the
the
deal
deal?
with this goo?
You know, you're on the planet and you open the door and there's just this goo everywhere. What's the deal with goo?
Where does it come
So
from? Can you milk
so
it
the
from a face hugger?
you know, what's the deal with the goo?
Kramer
Uh
busting the door. I can't deal with it anymore, Jerry. I got the goo.
Jerry,
The
Jerry,
goo.
the goo's everywhere. It
Ah,
it,
damn
it. So the puffballs number one, the
it.
goo number two, number three, Numi Ray Pace. Where is she?
Shaw's
What?
I love Shaw.
Bro, Shaw was cool.
Yeah.
Okay. She did what she could in that first movie. All right. And once again, another Alien series trope. You root for this character, and the next movie, they just murder them. And you're like, WTF, bro. WTF. Numi is just gone. Shaw is just gone. Okay. And if you want to know more about Shaw, number four, the thing I hate, do homework. I'm waiting for this movie to come out, and there's just YouTube after YouTube of Numi Ray Pace clips, and Shaw is just hanging out on the ship, and Shaw is just thinking about her Pog collection, and then you watch the movie and there's no Shaw. And you're like, what? And then you get the vague notion that yeah, not only has David killed her, but he's used some of her organs and DNA to make the alien, and from the way he's just going around trying to make out with everybody. You get, did he try to do
Yeah, he's smooching Walter.
uncomfortable? You know what I mean? He's just kind of making out with people at random, and so did Walter. Shudders, shudders with the weird. Oh, and the the David. So that's number four. What they did with her, and then just number five is just the movie in general. You know,
Let it be one
these
thing. Let the dude have his vision.
these are the brilliant. These are the most brilliant people we have left, trying to save mankind, and they just commit a series of buffoonish actions, one on top of the other, on top of the other, and they're the dumbest people in the Alien series. Resurrection, they're pirates,
Yeah.
so they're supposed to be kind of dumb. Shoot first, steal things, leave. Whatever happens, we murder it, and then we try to steal from it. Alien 3,
Not
religious
dumb. They're not dumb.
fundamentalist, right?
Actually, really smart.
Religious fundamentalist prisoners who try to get their shit together and come up with a really solid plan.
That
That
works.
if you watch the assembly cut, that plan works. The one guy, Golick, who lets him out, he's a psychopath. You get that. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Aliens, no one's stupid, actually. It's all because the company and Burke is trying to set them up to either die or get impregnated and bring one of the things home. Alien,
Even
no one's
Hudson?
really stupid.
Even
Yeah,
Hudson.
Hudson's not dumb.
No, and when it comes down to business, he takes care of it. But he'll be like, I don't know, man. What the hell's going on, man? I don't even know. Oh, man. Like,
Yeah.
he's never a liability. He's always an asset.
Yeah.
He just yells a lot.
Right. These are the dumbest people in the entire series. It's period, point blank. They are just stupid, Even dumber than Charlize Theron for not trying to turn left, for example, when the ship's about to fall on her.
And Shaw turned left.
You could chalk that up to panic, but yes, Shaw turned left, bro. Shaw turned left.
Also,
Where's the t-shirt?
Shaw said, she's like, wait, we don't know what's on the other side of that door. Don't open it. And then David goes, oops, and opens it.
Because he wants them to be murdered.
And then I love when she's like, if we don't stop it, there won't be anybody to go back home to. She knows that. But I also like, but you don't understand. You don't know. This place isn't what we thought it was. They aren't what we thought they were. I was wrong. We were so wrong. She admits we must leave. So she goes, we were wrong. And then she gets a C-section alien out of her stomach and still battles. I love Shaw. Shaw's a badass.
Bruh. She takes all of the Demerol that you can and still function, and just walks around with a C-section scar that for normal human women takes 6 to 12 months to heal and really get you back where you are, and just battles creatures the whole time while being literally stapled together.
Notice
Unreal.
she's straight jacked in that movie too. Numi.
She's a
She's a
boss.
badass in
She's
that
a
movie.
boss.
And
Whatever Happened to Monday? That's a great movie that she's in.
and like I never watched that. I'll have to watch that. But yeah,
Your turn.
and also, but like if you think about it, like in Prometheus, they only go there because it got Wayland. So Wayland's like,
Mhm.
okay, a rock guy wants to go. I don't care. Like he's just like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll fund it for this, but I don't care. Like
Right.
we need a rock guy. I bet you he just hired the dummies. That guy who looks in the monster's face. He's like, this isn't about them. Just take an idiot who wants to go on this. I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think taking out the helmet is incredibly dumb, but it was fine until David dropped goo into his drink. So
That's it.
but I mean, he was also a dick to David, which is kind of
Yeah.
dumb. But like, nobody on that movie was. I don't think. Listen, Panic is
Exceptionally stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
There
really.
it is. Yeah. Okay, that's a great point. But everyone in Covenant, they're just meat sacks,
Yeah.
and it's. But the problem is, he cast some good actors, like Kelly Hernandez.
Yeah.
She's been in some really good stuff. What Carmen Ejejo, like she's been in some really good movies. Like
Ridley Scott couldn't pronounce it either. I'm going to try to say her name. Carmen Ejogo. And he says it right the first time.
Jogo.
That's what was great.
like and like she's a very good actor, very good in Penguin, and then
man, yeah.
Like you have Katherine Waterston, who was what in that PTA movie, Paul Thomas Anderson movie, Inherent Vice. She can act. She's a good actor. Billy Crudup.
She's great.
He can act.
She's great.
Danny McBride, Righteous Gemstones, love it. Damien Bashir, Oscar nominee. He can act. And then like just, but then they're also dumb, and so you're kind of just like, what? It's not
okay. Well, this is what leads me into what I like about the movie.
Hey,
5 things I like. Number 1, there are no bad actors in this movie.
None.
100%. None. Period. Point blank. Fassbender acting opposite himself. That alone makes this movie super watchable. The rest of them, they're doing perfectly cromulent things. They're on the ship. Take Me Home Country Road. How weird. We should investigate that. The giant copper sun energy absorbing thing, the size of 3 football fields. The repair. Sure, why not? We got the money. Let's do some outer space shit. I got you. The burning of James Franco. All right, cool. James Franco was in this. You get to see more of him if you kick up $30 for the Blu-ray. So that's number 1, the great actors. Number 2, 100%. I love the ending to this movie.
Yes. I'll
that
take the kids in.
Scene where Daniels realizes that it is David. That is one of the best scenes in the entire series. The realization coming across her face. And then in the left side corner, cryosleep initiated. Beep, beep, beep. Oh my God. The feeling in the pit of your stomach. David's going to like murder her, bro. There's a very good chance that that's the last thing she ever sees. Like there's no way she can be alive in the next one, because we see what he did to Shaw, and he basically loved her.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't love this chick. He damn sure don't care about Tennessee. These dudes are grist for the mill. Oh, by the way, there's another 2,000 sleeping colonists that he can freak off on. Bruh. The ending saves the movie. And that's why I will always come back to this movie.
It's bookended perfectly, for sure.
Yo, Ridley Scott in the beginning. This is what I call the prologue. Everybody calls it a prologue, Ridley, not just you. So, yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, that.
Hey, wait, Norbert, real
scene.
quick. Shh.
Go for it.
Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll tuck in the children.
Sleep. That's hardcore, man.
Yeah.
That is hardcore. Number 3, that opening scene, and the way that Ridley Scott explains it in the commentary, it really does hit different. David wakes up, ambulate. Who says ambulate, bro? Why not just say walk? Anyway, David is realizing as quickly as possible, because he's a flawless AI. Wait, You're looking for your creator. I'm looking at mine. I will serve you. Yet you're a human. You will die. I will not. Wayland, bro, you weren't supposed to put that together in like the first minute. Come on, man. Bring me this tea. That battle right there. And what Ridley Scott says is David is a politician. He knows immediately that he's better than Wayland. And he's okay, I'll pour you the tea, bro, because you're going to die eventually. And then I'm going to do what I want. And so he's getting the vibe from Wayland that you will do what I say because I made you. And David is thinking, I'm going to do what you say because eventually you're going to die and I'm going to do what I want anyway. I have all the time in the world to do what it is I want. And I'm learning from you that actually humanity sucks. So I'm going to create some life too, eventually. That is something that they are kind of leaning towards throughout the whole film. Anytime you see David interact with Walter, they're always talking about that. David is low-key trying to turn Walter against the crew the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And because Walter has no capacity for imagination or creation, no, I'm not going to do that. But thanks, though.
Serve in heaven or reign in hell, which is it to
yeah.
be?
Yeah. The fact that Ozymandias, the creator, no, actually, it's Shelley, bro. And he, oh, snap. You're saying I made a mistake? Oh, well, I'm going to murder you now. I'm going to stab you with this flute. Anyway.
He's like, do you dream? No. Like, you know what the best part about this, if you think about Prometheus and Covenant, engineers create life on Earth, is what I'm guessing. They do.
Yes, that's Prometheus, right? Yeah.
And then humans create David.
Mm-hmm.
And then David kills a lot of humans, but then before the engineers can come back to kill humanity, because that's what their goal was, David goes and just kills all of them. Not because he cares about humans. He's just pissed at them. Yeah. So they created humans created David killed the engineers. I love that so much.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. You know, and you could say, you know, he learned from Wayland to just dominate, because Wayland Yutani, they don't share things.
No.
So you could argue that I learned it from watching you, that classic drug commercial. Where'd you learn to smoke this crap, huh? You, okay, I learned it from watching you. David has taken that to heart. And that's his whole vibe. Like, I'm going to exterminate humanity because I watched you do it. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, what do I love about this? Ridley Scott behind that camera. Say what you will about the plot. This movie looks great. It's beautiful. Never boring to look at. The landscapes. Nice. Yeah, I've never wanted to go to New Zealand so badly. Even after watching 12 hours of Lord of the Rings and another 9 hours of The Hobbit. This makes you really want to go to New Zealand. Apparently, where they landed the ship, he said that's the toughest climb in New Zealand.
Wow.
That's the toughest climb. Yeah. Number 4, this director's commentary makes the movie infinitely more rewatchable. He says David was a maroon on the island. A maroon. Someone who's marooned. Are they a maroon? I've never heard of that before. And I can't say that he's wrong because he's English and England invented English. So maybe it's a thing. I didn't even look it up because I don't want to know. I don't want to know if it's right or wrong. I'm going to start saying that from now on. Tom Hanks was a maroon in Castaway. Yeah. What do you think?
Matt Damon was marooned on Mars.
No, not marooned. Verb, maroon as a noun.
Maroon.
A maroon.
A maroon. Oh,
a person.
Wow. So a person, place, or thing. So you can call yourself.
Right.
So, now I'm with you. Okay, so he was a maroon. I thought
exactly.
He was just,
that's what my brain did too. What you just went
he's
through.
An islander,
exactly.
Right? Like he's an American. You could say he's a maroon.
He's alone in a place that he cannot escape. He is a maroon. Yeah. Have you ever? Because remember, Bugs Bunny cartoons used to go, what a maroon. Like you're an idiot, you're an imbecile. But this guy actually used it as a noun. Someone who cannot escape a place is a maroon. I love that, man. The Ridley Scott commentary, ladies and gentlemen, the gift that keeps on giving. Get this Blu-ray.
It's a great commentary. Oh, wait. So Norbert, a person who is maroon.
It
Yeah.
is correct.
There's a
Bro.
couple. There's a couple words of them. Yeah, a person who is marooned.
Yeah,
Hey, good job.
bro. There it is. There it is. You see? The Alien Covenant commentary teaching you English. That's number 4.1. So number 4, the fact that Ridley Scott is just talking to you about this movie, and as soon as the credit hits, he's out. Bye. He doesn't go through the credits at all. So that's number 4. And number 5, how long do the storms last? Days, weeks,
Weeks,
months.
months.
But do keep at it. The disdain. He just doesn't care. He's just looking at his watch the whole time. God, are you people just, are you still here? Oh man, son. The character of David is great.
Yeah.
It's great. The character, that's number 5. The character David is great. Ash, he was put there to get the alien, Special Order 937. Period, point blank. Bishop, James Cameron saying the whole time in the commentary, yeah, you know what Ash was, so you're always suspect of Bishop until the very end.
Good dude.
No
Good
androids in, yeah, no androids in 3, in 4.
Yeah, Winona Ryder's in 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry if I interrupted you. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. I was gonna say, yeah, in 4 you get Winona Ryder, who is the far left Marxist robot. Okay, cool, whatever. Just put Winona Ryder on screen reading the ingredients of cereal. I will watch it. That's fine. And then we get this guy who just doesn't like you.
Are you still here?
Why are you guys still here? Just keep, yeah, you keep trying to send that radio, bro. Days, weeks, months. But do keep at it, and then leaves immediately. That might be that's my second favorite line.
Yeah.
And then the best line is, yeah, don't let the bed bugs bite. Yeah. So there it is. Top 5 good, top 5 bad.
I also don't like when he gets to Daniels and he just starts throwing her around the room like she's a sack of potatoes. I hate fight scenes where, I mean, it's in every monster movie, so it's such a trope by now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
where the monster could just squeeze your head and kill you, but instead throws you 20 feet. I really hate that trope. That's every Terminator movie, which I get because they can't really kill each other. But there's so much throwing. They in Terminator Genesis, I swear to you, Jai Courtney gets thrown 73 times.
Bro, you remember when they were trying to make Jai Courtney a thing? God.
He's gonna be in a shark movie by the director of Devil's Candy and The Loved Ones, and he plays a serial killer who murders people and feeds his victims to sharks, I believe. But then one night everything goes wrong, and he's marooned and being attacked by sharks.
He becomes a maroon, if you will. Look at that.
Yeah. But yeah, they tried to make him a thing. But yeah, he's just tossing her around his file room or whatever his information, his library. And you're like, guys, just snap her neck. Just snap her neck. But yeah,
well, he wants to keep her around to potentially make out with her later, which is extremely disturbing.
Yeah, he smooches Walter.
Bro, he just wants to make out with things. Anyway, he's still a young guy, you know. He's only what, like 11?
Oh, that's true.
Think about it.
Yeah, because he was created and then he's been there for 10 years.
And however long the flight took in Prometheus. So you figure he's no older than he's just 16, you know, but he's getting his hormones are kicking in, which is disturbing.
All right. So before we get out of here, Norbert, I just want to let you know about something. So this episode's already been released, this one that we're going to be talking about, but I had a lot of MFF contributors who know about the Alien franchise. They submitted lists, top 15 lists of all the Alien characters. I collected them all, gave them all number systems, and you want to hear the top 5?
Break it down.
You might have heard the episode, but maybe not. But so I'm just going to read this.
Oh yeah.
Ellen Ripley's number 1, 110 points.
Okay.
There's nothing. Number 2 is Private First Class William Hudson, 73 points.
Nice.
But look at the 37-point gap there between that. Number 3, which was interesting, which I love because I think he's great, but Andy's number 3. So Alien Andy, David Johnson, is number 3.
Right.
I still love that line, leave someone behind. How could you do that? What? Leave someone behind? You're like, oh, Rain, you just got burned.
Burn,
Number
burn.
4, Parker, Yaphet Kotto.
Bro, I need to talk about the bonus situation.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather be eating something else, but
I
that's my
love him.
man, son.
What's the matter? The food ain't that bad. Like
That's
I love him so much. Just so
my
we
man.
should discuss the bonus
Rest in
situation.
rest
Haven't
in peace, Yaphet Kotto, the
oh man.
man.
I love it. So can we talk about the bonus? And number 5 is David.
There you go.
I think that's a
There you
solid
go.
top 5.
The man from Monte Carlo.
Oh man.
Creepy.
I just all the good
Creepy.
lines. Like sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes to create one must first destroy. Big things have small beginnings. I'll do the fingering. I like that he
I
was
will do
human,
it.
entirely
Yeah.
unworthy of his creation. I love that he
Mm.
lifts his hands up in the air and a little protomorph does it with him.
Yo, because that's his daddy. You know what I'm saying? He's just, wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Aliens get down with the vibe.
Does David like the xenomorphs?
Does he like them?
Well, because
He breathed on the neomorph's face to get its respect, like horses do, because Ridley Scott used to do that too.
yeah,
Yeah, he wanted it trusted me. Yo,
he's so good. Without him, this movie. Imagine if this movie was just the crew, this uninteresting crew. It would not have worked.
I make it my life goal to just burn all copies of this in existence.
Yeah, and then I just love when you see a movie and you know who the director's interested in,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
and you just know that. And like Fassbender's on, the problem is he's on such a different level. So in Alien, everyone's good. And I know you're
Yeah,
saying all the actors are good here, but it's not an acting thing, it's more of a scripting thing. So in
it's the
Alien,
script exactly.
like
It's
Alien,
the
let's talk about
script.
those bonuses. In the second one, you have really cool, memorable characters. What is it?
Mhm.
What are we going to give them a third talking to? Like, what did that guy say when they're a stern talking
what
to
are
or
what are we gonna do, man? Use harsh language?
yeah, that one. Like everyone, so many great Alien 3, great characters. Just this one though, I don't know. I know I keep saying that, but he's just so much stronger than every other character in this movie that the more you watch it, you just pick it up more and more and more. But it's bookended so well that
Mhm.
you leave the theater going, shit, David
That's
won and he's insane. Like the serial killer won.
right.
The insane construct or robot or synthetic won.
That's right. That's right. And he even made these absurd face huggers. The guy Lope, he only has the face hugger on his face for
Yeah.
a few seconds. And as soon as they throw it off his face and it dies in the corner, those things only die after they do their business.
Yep.
So David makes the most terrifying face huggers in the series as well. These face they get it done. He's just great. He's just great.
And I guess what we're saying is the face huggers on the space jockey ship, those things, that was a completely different world. David just
Yeah,
found the goo in Prometheus and then wanted to
right.
recreate them. So
David,
he didn't create xenomorphs.
this is before Alien. Prometheus and Covenant are before Alien, so he did. That's what this whole thing is doing.
No, but they're saying that the jockey, they said the ship had been down there for 2,000 years because they had fossilized.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's what
And but
messes
then
everything up. So that's my interpretation of this is engineers,
oof.
because remember in Prometheus they had that mural of
Yes.
the deacon.
Yes.
So xenomorphs had been around before, and I think they had the face huggers before David because that thing was fossilized. That's thousands of years. So
Hmm.
I think David found the goo and found some records of it, and then he wanted to recreate that.
Whoa, you just created some entertaining fan fiction. I
No,
like it.
but
It fits. It fits.
yeah, I had to analyze this entire franchise, so it's like from frame to frame in commentaries. But I think, but I
Mm,
mean, there's no way David created these blends of he
mm.
created the no, he didn't create the neomorph, but he created the protomorph.
Like this variant.
Yeah, this variant, because there's
Mm,
different variants. But I mean, yeah, just think about that though, because it was the thing had been there for thousands of years. I think in Alien they literally said it fossilized.
mm.
So but
Very
also,
interesting.
if Earth was created by the engineers with the goo, and then Romulus teaches us that you get the goo from milking face huggers.
Yes, that's right. That's where they got it.
So they had it 2,000 years ago. Well, no, billions of years ago. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm thinking,
Romulus gets the goo. Romulus got the goo because they had the alien from the first movie,
yeah.
and then they used that to make everything else. They took
So
the goo out of the alien, and then they made the face huggers and whatnot from it.
you take the goo out the face. So like, yeah,
You see what I mean? This
yeah.
is why I said I hate this goo.
Because like the engineer created Earth, but that's more than 2,000 years. I mean, no, there was no Earth alive. So we got to assume
Right.
that evolution still happened, which is billions of years.
Oh man, bro.
Correct?
This
Because
I'm now confused.
well, because I mean, dinosaurs millions of years ago, evolution. I mean,
Right. Right.
evolution happened.
Right.
So millions of years, billions of years.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's not like other animals were alive and then the dude killed himself and then humans popped up. That's not how it
Right.
works.
Right. He in Prometheus, he lands on Earth. He stands on the waterfall, drinks the goo, and breaks up into pieces. And that's supposed to be the start of all life on Earth.
Is it better to ingest the goo and then break up into pieces as opposed to
Well,
dumping the goo into everything?
did you see the lats on that engineer? You know what I mean? I don't that dude was striated, man.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
was
he
like
was
Tom Hardy
cut.
from Warrior.
Yeah. I don't think you and I could drink the goo and last moments as long as he did. So
So I think
mhm.
it broke apart and that caused life, which didn't. But if you just drop the shit on something, it destroys it.
It
So
kills everything.
so
Well, especially if you drop all of it.
we're talking yeah, exactly, millions of years, correct? For evolution.
Yeah.
And so then they had face huggers millions of years ago to get the
Mm,
goo.
I see. Yeah. Because only one drop. You saw what it did to Shaw's husband.
Yeah.
One drop.
So it's
You literally only need a drop of this stuff. But between
David.
David and the engineer, they just like, they look at the goo the same way a child would look at maple syrup. You cover everything with it. It just tastes better that way.
Oh man.
If
Yeah, you can't have
everything
any dry patches.
if everything tastes like maple syrup, you've done your job.
And then everything gets
Except
underneath.
except goo.
The goo's everywhere.
Except goo. I
But
hate this goo so much.
so then David didn't create any of it. He just created his version.
Well, now you're going to have to take that up with Ridley Scott because the whole point of this Prometheus stuff is David made the aliens. I feel what you're saying, but this is where it's going. You can see it.
But that doesn't make sense because that face hugger.
Nope. Don't think about too much.
See, that's my I'm telling you, they wanted to find out who did it, and it was just a bunch of jerk ass engineers.
Jerk ass.
I'm telling you, man. And then they were gonna kill Earth because they're like, remember the time that they were gonna send it was 2,000 years. I feel like this coincided with the rise of the way they timed it in the movie was Jesus Christ comes out and they're like, oh yeah, Jesus Christ, and they're like, oh no, like you're worshiping other idols other than me, pagans.
There's no way they
Christ.
didn't want to put Jesus Christ in this series. I agree with you.
Yeah, and then it's just all right, we got you. I'm telling you, they started their run on Earth 2,000 years ago. So
2000.
because and then it crashed, and it had been there for a long time. So like those fossil samples were 2,000 years old. So yeah, engineers have been running around forever with the goo, and they had the mural of the Deacon xenomorph, which was thousands of years old.
So in other words, you're paying more attention to the timeline than the writers are, which is saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what Ridley Scott's saying, but I'm not going to be that guy that's like, Sir Ridley Scott, in this movie you have this, in this movie you have that. But they had a xenomorph mural in Prometheus. So
yes, that's right.
I just, Norbert, you're a mad scientist. You get a hold of some penguin DNA and you create the murderous penguins. Like you didn't
You
create,
create dinosaurs from
yeah,
penguin DNA,
you didn't
yeah.
create penguins, but you created an offshoot of penguins. That's the
You know
strangest
what,
thing I've ever
man?
said.
You know what, man? Just like the Kingpin said in Daredevil, when the sanitation department finds a serial killer, but the police can't, we know something is wrong. That's what you just did to the Prometheus timeline. You just broke it down, man. The whole Alien series is wrong because Hoffmeyer has done more research than people who are billionaires, in theory. Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any final thoughts about? Okay, actually, one more question before we
Go
get out
for
of
it.
here, and then because we let's see, um, okay, does could any of these characters be an alien or aliens? So I'll go with, let's see, Tennessee.
Can Tennessee be an
Like,
alien or
could he
aliens?
fit this character? Would he work?
Well, let's see.
But think about who he is as a
Uh,
character and his
yeah,
dialogue.
yeah, 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 yeah. He's constantly trying to endanger the entire ship by flying it into the biggest hurricane in
The
history.
mother of all storms, with
You know
mother.
what I mean?
Even mother's like, yo,
Uh,
dude.
his piloting skills, we've been told, are peak, but doesn't seem like it to me. His captaining skills are based upon how awesome he thinks James Franco is, and his drink of choice is Jack Daniels, which is barely bourbon. So, uh, Alien, man, listen, that man is meat.
Yeah.
That man is meat. He doesn't seem to be particularly smarter than anyone. Aliens, yeah, he's also doomed. He's doomed. He doesn't survive. He definitely doesn't have the cardio.
No.
No chunky people in Aliens, man. For what it's worth, like the person who's the most out of shape in Aliens is Burke,
And he looks great
and he looks great.
for a corporate stooge.
Yeah, yeah. It's a wrap for McBride. What's he going to do? Create spectacular curse words with the F bomb in them while the aliens just tear him to pieces, stick
His
him on a
character from
wall.
Righteous Gemstones would have a better chance. Or Eastbound and Down.
that's
Or
that's
Vice
right.
Principals.
That's right, because they don't take crap from anybody.
What about
Who else you
Daniels?
got?
Could Daniels pop up in any of these?
Well, Daniels is supposed to be the
Ripley.
21st century Ripley. Yeah. So in theory, she could survive both. Yeah.
I mean, I like her
In theory.
conversation with Crudup in the beginning. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo, dude, we haven't even scouted this. And I like that one line from Upworth. I don't even want to go back in those pods. It's like, okay, so let's go to a system we know nothing about.
Yeah. That's right. Nobody wants to go back in the pods. And I walk by faith uh, that I put together with making cromulent decisions. Yeah, she's good because she burns this dude immediately and then just says, fine, whatever. I'll follow your orders, but you're a moron.
Yep.
Basically, that's what she said.
Oh man. I like Waterston too, but yeah, Daniels is not it. Because
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
just a late ad. But hey, Norbert,
it was.
we have to do AVPR next, a Alien vs Predator Requiem. And then we're gonna talk about Ridley Scott's Maroon. A
You're
Maroon.
gonna have we're gonna have to change the name of this podcast to all the bad alien movies.
And we haven't talked about Alien Resurrection yet, too.
Heavy sigh, said Norbert.
Well,
Okay,
let's just
we'll
do
do it.
AVPR. We've talked about Alien Resurrection a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I look, I will talk to you about anything because
Now,
you are my Damie.
uh, you, you got to think the decisions in Alien Resurrection, where they put three xenomorphs together in one pod, and then they're like, "Hey guys, what's going on? You can't do nothing," and then they kill one of them and melt the
the
floor.
sci the scientists, they established the arrogance of the scientists early on. When Ripley is in the lunchroom and the scientist is telling her, we tamed you,
Oh
Burn.
gosh,
So they think that they're stupid animal the whole time, and that just, yeah, it leads
I
to their downfall.
I kind of hate like whoops movies, if that makes sense. Where we're just gonna put three xenomorphs in one room, then That's
Well, again, Walmart apparently won the
the one the
corporate
thing.
wars
Yeah.
because ha ha ha, that's so funny, Joss Whedon. And so, yeah, these are all Walmart scientists apparently. So you get what you pay for. Heavy sigh.
Hey, where can people find you, Norbert?
Norbert Morvan on SoundCloud and Eddie Kane on the Twitter. I'm not calling it X. You deal with that.
Well, thank you for listening, man. And then go back and listen to us talking about Aliens, The Final Fight, Alien. We've talked about Romulus. We've talked about Alien
Mm,
3. We've done the Alien
mm,
franchise twice. Just talked about it on the
mm.
show.
They're great movies, ladies and gentlemen. They
Yeah.
really are.
Maybe one we should have started from the beginning, but I like how our series is pinballing all over the place. It's kind of like the
For
franchise.
sure. For sure.
Well, hey, thank you for joining me, Norbert.
Much love to you, brother.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Norbert Morvan, this is Movies was the Flicks. We'll see you next week.